Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Games4all podcast. I'm Dan, your host, and with me is my good friend James.
Hola.
And today is our special, I say very special episode. It's our Pre-E3 2010 episode.
Fuck off, great big show.
Fuck off, great big show, yes. It's going to be immense. It's going to be proper cohesive, and we've got so much stuff to talk about, and this show's probably going to end up being twice as long as last week's show, but hey, you know, there's a lot to talk about. Let's just try and get through it. We're going to try and do things the normal way we'd normally do it. We're going to talk about what we've been playing. So, basically speaking, I've been trying to get my way through Alan Wake again. I know I talked about it last week. It doesn't sound like I play a lot of games, but played a little bit more Alan Wake. It's pretty much the same thing now. It's kind of, I'm not seeing a lot of difference in the game, but you know, it's still good. It's still enjoyable at the moment. But I played like another hour or so of it. Doesn't sound like much, but I have. Played a little bit of Gears 2, multiplayer, things like that, just to pass time. And a tiny little bit of Crysis on the PC, but I'm not trying to get through that too heavily because my PC kind of sucks at the moment. The graphics card sucks, so waiting until I get a better one so I can actually play that properly.
Cool.
Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to get this over with. I played the Lego Harry Potter demo.
Thought you might have.
It works.
Okay, that's good. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on swiftly. I'm playing on the Wii.
No, actually, seriously, no. Give your thoughts about the demo because I think
it's a Lego game. It's pretty much like every Lego game.
Is it that Lego game but reskinned?
Sort of. I did notice a slight more emphasis on puzzles than say combat.
Right. Okay.
So that might be slightly different, but the kids all love it.
Okay. Well, that's yeah. I'm sure they will. You know.
Yeah. I've also been playing quite a bit on the Wii actually.
All right.
Been playing Super Smash Brothers.
Excellent.
Which is a lot different to what I thought it would be. I thought it would be an out-and-out fighting game, but there's quite a lot of platform elements in it, in the story mode. And
all right. Well,
it's all very interesting.
It's an old game now, really.
I know.
But like, yeah.
But you know, I like my old games.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Which leads me on to Earthworm Jim HD.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I downloaded on Xbox Live Arcade.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I remember it from the Mega Drive days.
Yeah, it is, but it is the same game. It's just, it looks like how you remember it looking rather than how it would actually look if you played it on HD TV now. Yeah,
well that's pretty cool. That's something I might pick up eventually, but I'm not too...
It has lots of different, because the first, Earthworm Jim was ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
And it's got all different difficulty settings. You've got easy, normal, hard, and original mode, which is the hardest mode of all. But I've been playing it on easy, and it's not as hard as I remember.
Oh, fair you go. There you go then. So there's obviously a reason for adding that. But alright, so that basically takes care of that, yeah?
Pretty much.
Excellent. Well, that's good. Okay, so we're already into our second episode. We're going to take a break in a minute and come back with our E3 news. This is going to be the bulk of the show, is the news section. All E3 stuff, everything we've compiled that's been out there, like information that's rumoured and confirmed, unconfirmed, things like that. We're going to talk about all of it, or as much of it as we possibly can on the show, because there's so much to get through. And I'm sure there'll be even more stuff next week once E3's happened. But I just want to take this moment to say thank you for everyone who downloaded the show last week and listened to it and enjoyed it. We've got quite a few hits on our website, and there's been quite a few downloads. It's now actually on iTunes. You can search for it, because for a while that wasn't actually happening. Our website is www.games4allpodcast.com and our email address, if you ever want to drop us an email, get in contact with us, you can contact us through our email address, which is podcast@games4allpodcast.com. That's number 4, by the way, not the word 4. And we have a Twitter feed, which is twitter.com/games4all. Once again, the number 4.
Do we actually have the Twitter feed yet, or do I still need to set that up?
No, it's all set up. I've been tweeting on it already.
Excellent.
But James is going to take over that for a while. Well,
oh dear.
More or less permanently, but I'm going to make a few tweets for it as well, like when there's a new episode up and things like that.
You trusting fool.
I know. So yeah, it's we're on Facebook as well, but you can find out about all of that stuff through the website. We've got a lot of stuff planned actually for the podcast. I'm still working on the whole video thing actually, some ideas for that, so that should be good. It's not going to happen anytime soon, so don't look too worried. But
I'm terrified.
It will happen eventually. So
hopefully I'll save up for some plastic surgery first.
I'm not sure you'll have that much time, but okay. We're going to take a very, very short break, and when we come back, we're going to come back with the news. We're going to hit you hard with the E3 news. Okay, welcome back to the Games4all podcast. So E3 is the big thing that's going to happen. This is our big Pre-E3 2010 show.
It's always the highlight of the year, isn't it?
It is the highlight of the game year. Basically speaking, it's this huge expo. Everyone gets together, like the major players, all the developers, everybody gets together, shows off all the cool shit they're working on, and it's just like it's several days of just like manic sort of just craziness, absolute craziness. There's so much stuff. This year is no exception at all, by a long shot. We've got so much stuff to talk about. It is insane. So, I mean, obviously we're going to talk about what's definitely confirmed to be happening, what's rumoured to be happening, and we're going to throw in some of our predictions and things like that as well, you know, just to mix things up a little bit. So we'll see how we go, but this is going to be quite a long section, so I hope you're prepared.
Let me just get comfortable.
No, there's no time for that. So basically, E3, this huge event, it's sort of unofficially kicking off on Sunday the 13th. Microsoft are going to have a small little event where they unveil Project Natal, which is rumoured to be called Xbox Wave, right?
I think it's pretty much guaranteed that we'll get a proper name for it.
Basically, they're going to have this huge ceremony thing just for the Natal side of things. They'll probably name it there. They'll show I think they're probably just going to show off like what Microsoft are doing for it. Like this is it. This is how it works. They're just going to like build it up, and then on the Monday night, the Monday, I'm saying the night because to us it'll be the night time, but in the morning on the Monday is when they have their press conference, their big event where they unveil everything, and I think that's more going to be about the third party stuff for Natal then.
Yeah,
that's what I think. But we talked a little bit about, we talked a lot about motion controls last week on the show. They're going to be huge at E3, so we've got to talk about it again. I do apologise, but obviously Sony Move's going to be there. That's going to be a big feature of E3. Obviously, Xbox Wave or Natal or whatever it's going to be like officially named, that is going to be a big thing at E3. Everyone's going to be showing anything that's just sort of playable is going to be there. They're going to be showing it off, demoing, saying this is what we can do with this technology. Isn't it amazing? Go out and buy one when it comes out, sort of thing.
Interestingly enough, what I think I'm most excited about is sort of the mainstream titles that are coming out that will have functionality with these devices. I mean, I know Peter Molyneux has said that Fable 3 will. That's pretty mainstream. Lots of people will be getting that.
Yeah.
And you won't need Natal, but it will have Natal functionality.
Yeah, I think that was guaranteed from last year. When
he
was talking about it very passionately.
Yeah, with Milo and everything. So it'll be interesting to see how it works and how it integrates into the actual game. Will it affect like how you control the game, or will it just be an extra add-on thing that you can manipulate certain elements in the world with it, or how will that work? Will you still need the controller? Will you be able to play the game without the controller?
Well, knowing E3, because I mean, like it's very publicised. They will be there. Like Peter Molyneux will be there. No doubt he'll do an on-stage demo. All these questions will probably be answered. You know, it is going to be interesting how they implement it because, like you say, you don't need it. Like,
no.
It does bring up the interesting fact, like, are they going to be literally Natal-only games or Wave-only games, or are all these games just going to be available to anyone, whether it's just a controller, you just got a controller, you don't own Xbox Wave, but are you still going to be able to play a game?
Yeah.
You know, it's really weird because, like, I was thinking about it earlier, it's they're cutting out quite a lot of their potential market. I mean, if Fable 3, say for example, Fable 3 came out and it's like, you need this special camera device thing to play this game. That is the thing. You need it to play it. That's cutting out a lot of people who. I'm not saying that's going to happen. That is definitely not going to happen. But you know,
no. But
there might be games that, like, even if it's just little arcade games that you download, that will require Natal.
Yeah.
is it going to be? I keep saying Natal. We know it's probably going to be a cool wave, but like, is it going to be a problem? Are they going to make the mistake of not catering for everybody, or are they just going to say, okay, these games here, these are for only playing with Wave. These ones are for playing with controllers, and keep them separate, sort of thing. They're never going to be a crossover.
It'll be interesting because any games that do crossover, you'll get the people who play with the pads and people who play with Natal, and if it's, say, a multiplayer game,
somebody could have the advantage. Yeah.
How would that work? Or
I think anything with multiplayer that's going to be utilise this is probably going to be exclusive to Natal. I think that's the only way they can keep it fair. I mean, it is an interesting discussion because you think about it. I mean, you might not be able to go out and afford Natal day one, but there's probably a great wealth of content that they're going to bring out day one that you are going to want to play. Yeah. It would be good that if you could download a lot of this stuff or buy these games and say, I'm going to play on controller until I can afford my Xbox Wave camera thing. Yeah. Then you've got the option. You can do the upgrade and go, I'm going to use motion controls to play my game.
I have a feeling it's probably going to be a mix. I think there will be some Natal-only games and some games that will utilise it, but you won't require it.
Yeah. I want to see more of that, though, like I say, because, like, I know I used this as an example last week, and I probably shouldn't because I don't think it's really going to happen, but say, for example, Gears 3 comes out. Yeah. I'd love for that to be able to control that without having to use an actual controller. Yeah. But they probably would have to just limit it to the campaign mode rather than multiplayer. Because you might not see the film Gamer, not a great movie by any way, but just like it would be like that, like watch the movie because it's like it sucks, but like it's.
Watch the movie because it sucks.
No, but it might give you. Yeah, we'll start selling those T-shirts. No, it's just it gives you a bit of an idea as to how this could work. Yeah, like it's very There's scenes in that movie that are very much like this. It's almost like they knew this was going to come out. This is definitely the future. This is definitely how we'll be playing games in 10 years' time, sort of thing. Like,
well. It's a whole one step towards virtual reality, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we'll learn over the next few days and weeks and what have you about Natal and all these other motion controllers and things like that. But we really shouldn't keep going on about it because we mentioned it so much last week. But there's so many unanswered questions as far as Wave goes, right? And even Move. Yeah,
I mean, I know next to nothing about Move, really. I mean, I've seen the technology, I've seen it used, but what sort of games are coming out for it? What will you be able to do? Yeah. I mean, with the Move, it has all the buttons that you get on the control and everything. Will you be able to use it with other games? Will there be games where you can use the Move controller and a normal controller? Or
will they patch old games to use Move? Yeah. Things like that, So it's an interest. I mean, like, you could go on forever talking about are they going to do this, are they going to do that. I mean, obviously,
but I don't think we should.
No, we shouldn't. But like, we're going to find out a lot of these details in the coming days, and it's just going to be. I think it's going to be really interesting. Yeah. Because I'm excited for Xbox Wave. I know I'm probably sounding like a real Xbox fanboy, but I kind of am, to be fair. Yeah.
I didn't want to say it.
No, but I do. Like, and I'll admit, whatever. I've owned a PS3 and I thought it was alright, but I didn't like it enough to keep it. I like the Wii, but I'm not going to go on there to play I'm not going to go out and buy the latest game for the Wii. I'd rather play it on the Xbox. Obviously there's Sony games that come out for the Wii, but like,
there are. I'm sure I'll be talking about later. What?
Unless it's golf, I'd probably like a bit Tiger Woods or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably play that rather than a Wii. Anyway, this is a discussion that doesn't need to be in the show. Anyway, we're making a long show even longer. But anyway, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with all these motion controllers, all this crazy stuff. I mean, I think personally, Microsoft are bringing the future of gaming kind of into our living rooms with Wave. I've got to get into the habit of calling it something else other than Natal. But I think that's what it is.
It would be so funny if it's not called Wave.
Yeah, it would be hilarious. But I mean, because we're just going on rumour at the moment. But like, Move doesn't seem that innovative. It just seems like they're copying what the Wii does. It might be.
I think, like I said last week, it depends how it reacts, how the sensitivity is compared to the Wii. Because I know a lot of people have been going on about how the Wii doesn't really have any Z-axis sensitivity. Yeah. Backwards and forwards, it's all left, right, up, and down. Whereas the Move is supposed to be able to be sensitive in the 3D plane.
Right, well, I'll bring us on to another topic here. I say another topic, it does concern motion control. But leading up to E3, some details of a new Wii remote came out with a slightly different model number.
Oh, yeah,
slightly different design. Personally, I think the rumours at the moment is that they're going to build in
the Motion Plus.
Yeah. So, they're trying to further their product a little bit because everyone's doing the motion control thing. If Nintendo show up and go, same old motion controls, here's some new games, it's not going to look good on them. I think they need to up their game. What they've already put in place. They've already started the trend of the motion control thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Microsoft have gone way further with it, but they need to do something. And I think what they've done is just said, well, this little brick you stick on the bottom, you don't need it anymore. We're going to build this into our controllers. And they may even make it even more sensitive or something. Who knows? It might be Motion Plus Plus.
And
there's 2 pluses.
I certainly don't think they should rest on their laurels. I think they should continue to advance and develop it, especially now that they've got this competition.
Yeah,
coming.
but not at the cost of the gamer, not at the cost of the consumer.
No.
Because if you think about it, I mean, they've had that thing where the games have come out, new games have come out, and they require this Motion Plus add-on. And Wii remotes and nunchucks are expensive anyway. I know the Motion Plus add-on isn't really as expensive, but it's still more money you've got to fork out to play a handful of games.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just think it should have been. They should have just. I know they couldn't build it in from day one, but at least sort of supply a controller with it built in with each of these games and just subsidise the cost somehow, because it's just a nightmare.
Well, hopefully that's what they'll be doing now. Is they'll be taking the old Wiimote off the market, and all of them now will have this Motion Plus inside them, which.
Yeah, I think that'd be great, and if it's the same size as it is without it as well, that'd be amazing. But, I mean, this has only come about because they've a new patent's come out or something. They've tried to they've got all these designs and stuff, and it's a slightly different model number on the Wii remote, and it's just I saw differences and things like that.
Yeah, I saw the sketches. It looked pretty much the same as a normal Wii remote, but that you could tell some slight differences.
So that's a possible, and this is also let's say rumour and speculation, but I think that's what they'll probably end up doing. It would be a smart move in some ways.
Yeah,
I think we'll just got to wait and see what happens with that. But
I mean, for someone like me, I have a Wii, I have Wii Sports Plus, I have Motion Plus and everything. If I wanted to get another controller so I could play simultaneously.
Yeah, it's not just the other controller.
I have to get the Motion Plus.
Exactly.
If this comes out, boom.
Yeah, and if they don't charge any more for it as well, because the controllers I think are ridiculously expensive anyway.
Yeah.
For what they are, really. Because you have to buy the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. It's 2 separate devices that connect together, and you have to buy them both. Some games don't utilise both, but the majority of games that you will buy for your Wii will use both. And if you have a 2-player game or you have a 4-player game, forget it. Do you know what I mean? It's costly beyond. I mean, like, if you wanted to play the new Super Mario Bros. With 4 people, 3 other people, do you know what I mean? That's a lot of money to fork out to play one game.
Yeah.
Unless everyone who came around to play it had a Wii and already had their remotes.
Yeah.
I mean,
there is that, because you can transfer your Miis onto that. I think that was maybe the idea they were going for to begin with, is that everybody would have a Wii, they'd all have their own Wiimotes, and if they wanted to play with other people, they'd just take their Wiimotes with their Miis loaded on over and do that. But
that sounds like quite a lot of hassle.
It is a lot of hassle, and I think they're realising that, and maybe they're trying to find ways of remedying it.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. Hey, it does bring me back to that whole thing about Wave and Tal, whatever it's going to be called.
We really should move on.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm just saying, once you've bought that, you can have 4 people in front of it and done.
Yeah, there is that. I mean,
the money's well spent, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're paying a little bit extra, but you don't need to pay any extra money on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You pay the one fee.
Done.
That's it.
Brilliant. See, I like your style. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's talk about a bit more about Sony. There's some rumours about PlayStation Network changing. They're going to do a slightly similar model to what the 360 Microsoft are doing with different types of accounts. This is also rumour, but this is what the rumour is. They're going to add a premium service and charge for this special account. And what you're going to get as part of this account is you'll be able to get a PlayStation Network game per month for free.
Yeah.
Not really for free since you're paying for this account, but anyway, it should work out cheaper, I think.
Yeah.
And you'll get a streaming music service. I don't know exactly what it means, but Sony own a record company. They're pretty much going to be all of Sony's music stuff on there.
Yeah.
There'll probably a whole catalogue of songs that you can just listen to and stream without having to pay any extra cost. That's good.
Good.
But depends on how much they're going to charge for it. Is that going to be worth it? Like I say, this may not happen. This could just be one of these rumours started up by fanboys or by Sony themselves just to get people talking about shit. But do you think it's a good idea? What do you think about it? I mean, you own a PS3. I don't, but like...
Well, I think...
Would you... Alright, let's put it this way. If it was exact... You pay, like, what, £5 a month for Xbox Live?
Yeah, something
right,
like
okay. Say it was the same.
Yeah. Would I go on top of it? To be quite honest, probably not. I mean, 3 game a month would be kind of cool, but what if there are no more games that I want?
Yeah, exactly. You'll be spending money for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Hemorrhaging it.
And, you know, I can always go on iTunes or whatever. There are other ways of finding music that I want to listen to.
Yeah. So,
I don't think so. I think for somebody who wants the free games and wants the music and they're thinking, ooh, just what I've always wanted. If their PS3 is their like main entertainment centre,
yeah,
if it's like the centre of their
unit, that's more the kind of person they're gonna. Yeah, that's more their demographic.
I can definitely get behind that. But for me, it's just I casually play on the PS3. I don't think I'll be paying for a service that I'm getting for free anyway.
Yeah, I mean I mean, obviously, it depends what they mean by a streaming music service, because Last.fm is a streaming music service, and you get that on Xbox Live if you've got a gold account, and you get Facebook and Twitter and everything like that as well.
Yeah.
You know, if it's that kind of thing, if it's just like Last.fm thrown on and that's what you're paying for, then fucking definitely not worth it. The free game, stick it up your ass, because there's not that much that I would download from PSN. I mean, I used to have a PlayStation. I really only downloaded a handful of games. I think Pain.
I've got Pain.
Yeah,
I think Pain. I still play Pain.
Yeah, Pain, good fun. Do you know what I mean? Stupid, shitty game, but fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and just I think the only other thing I really downloaded for it was obviously demos and things, but like Siren Blood Curse, which I talked about last week. You know, things like that.
I have to admit,
never really played that much on it. It was more Blu-ray play.
Being the retro gamer that I am, I do download a few of the really good PlayStation 1 classics. But I mean, I suppose it depends what they're going to give you for free a month, each month. Is it going to be a brand new PSN title, or will you get the choice of that, or an old classic game? Yeah.
You know, because then there's, I mean, like there might be hundreds of PlayStation 1 games you want to get. If so, it's worth your money, I'm sure. But then it depends on how much it charge for it. You know.
This is where I start getting a little bit depressed about them taking away the backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
With it, because I heard rumours not so long ago that they were thinking of ways of using the processors and everything in there to kind of emulate a backwards compatibility thing.
Yeah.
Enabling them to put PS2 titles on the network.
Yeah.
Now, I've not heard anything about that. It probably was just rumour. But if they could do that, and if they could put some of the PS2 library on there, then I'd probably be more for it.
That would be worth it. I don't know if that's the sort of thing that they would actually give you for free.
No, but I think what they're working on now at the moment is popular PS2 games. They're thinking of repackaging them as compilations on Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Slightly upping the graphics and selling them that way.
I mean, I think that's probably a better idea, because let's be honest, when the backwards compatibility on the PS3 was working, it wasn't working that great. A lot of people were saying how shit the games looked.
Yeah.
So up-res them, fucking upgrade the graphics, do whatever, just
because they did it.
Look good, do you know what I mean?
They did it with God of War 1 and 2 when the third one came out.
Yeah.
And I think now they've been asking people to suggest other compilations that they would like to do it, so it shows that they're interested in it.
Yeah, they care a lot more about the community than they used to. Yeah. Sony really didn't give a shit to begin with.
I think they realise that people will buy that. I mean, a lot of the buzz has been going on about Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Leading up to the release of The Last Guardian, which we'll talk about later. But games like that have a huge sort of cult fan base.
Yeah.
Huge. And people will pay to play that game again with slightly higher definition graphics.
FM Gym HD.
Precisely.
It's exactly the same thing.
I bought that.
You know,
yeah.
Pay the money. You bought it already when it was on Mega Drive.
Yeah, they know it sells. So
exactly.
From that standpoint, I can see exactly where they're coming from. And
I think that's probably the best thing. Yeah, definitely. Going back to Nintendo quickly, we all know that the 3DS is inevitable.
Yeah.
That's coming out. It's a thing. They've talked about it. We haven't seen it yet. We don't know what it looks like, what it can do, any of that stuff. 3D is the big thing. We talked about it a lot last week.
Yeah.
As well as the motion controls. But is it going to make an appearance at E3?
What, are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't work for Nintendo.
No, I'm just saying, do you reckon? I think it will, because, I mean, Nintendo probably don't have a lot to show off.
No.
They've got the Wii, that's doing great, as it always does.
They
DS,
need,
that's doing great too.
They need something big.
They've got a lot of games coming out, that'd be great as well. Hey, there's a slightly different controller for the Wii, that's great, but what's the big thing they're going to bring out? And I think the 3DS is going to be something proper special. I think that's the main thing they're going to show off, personally.
Yeah.
And there'll be obviously games as well, because obviously people will be working on that. But I think that's what the big thing we're going to see from Nintendo. Everyone's got something big to show off. Microsoft is going to be the wave. Like Sony, it might be Move, it might be something else. Who knows? Nintendo really haven't got a lot. They've kind of played all their cards at the moment, really. I think, but the 3DS, I think, is what they'll probably end up.
Well, I think
showing off big time.
As well as the Wii, Nintendo have this huge reputation, because I think in some ways a lot of people criticise the Wii because it's not a hardcore game, it's more for casual, and feel that it might be the trend and that will be dropping off. But Nintendo will always have the handheld market.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Sony have really screwed things up as far as their handheld market goes. Yeah. Especially with the PSP Go, that's really fucked things over. They haven't done that well at all.
No.
Nobody wants a PSP anymore.
No. So they release this, and if the rumours I heard that the graphics on the 3DS will be as good as a PS2 or an original Xbox, that the last generation, and if it still plays all the current DS titles as well, that I can see worthwhile investment. I'd get one of those. Yeah,
I think that is literally what he's going to have. He's going to have to be seriously powerful.
Yeah.
Nintendo, one of those fucking companies that can just keep here's a better fucking DS, go buy it, and everyone will buy it, and they'll upgrade, and people will sell their old ones to see shitty little game stores who will charge a lot more for it, and it's like they're constantly making money. They can't do any wrong, really. So is 3D the right move for them now? Is that the next evolution of the DS? Is that where it's the only place they can go now?
I don't think. Well, they've gone bigger.
Yeah.
So I think now it is time to go better, and 3D might do that. I mean, you think it's got touchscreen technology as well, interacting with a 3D screen.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty
absolutely. There's
amazing.
A lot of possibilities for greatness.
I mean, the only thing I can say is we'll have to see how it works, see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But no, I'm definitely interested in that, because I was considering buying a DS XL, because my partner has a DS and I like one for myself. But when I heard about this, I thought, I'll just wait and see.
Yeah, I think that's probably how some people feel, because the DSi came out, the DSi XL came out, and I think within a day or a day or two of it coming out, it was announced that they were working on the 3DS.
Yeah. And
it's like, hey, you just bought this, suckers. Okay, guess what we're bringing out? And that's how Nintendo roll.
Yeah.
That's how it is with them.
It's just a big old hype machine.
But I'm interested to see it. I mean, E3, if anything, E3 is the place for them to unveil it and say, yeah, you've heard a lot about the 3DS, this is it, this is what it looks like, isn't it quality, this is what it looks like running games.
Yeah.
Fucking, do you know what I mean? And wow everybody, I'm sure they probably will. Either that, or it just won't, they won't show it at all.
And save it for the Tokyo Game Show or something.
Who knows? But
I have a feeling it will show up. I mean,
I like it too, because I think Nintendo need it.
Yeah, there's been so many sort of news and rumours and things about it coming out that everybody pretty much knows it exists.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
people will be expecting to see it.
I know I am. I mean, and I'm not bothered about it really. Like, I'm not there. I'm not really bothered about the DS.
No.
I mean, you know, but 3DS.
Yeah.
That I think I'm like interested in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is funny though. It is that weird thing of, yeah, we've got this device, add 3D to it, and I'm in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it is weird, but I think that's a lot of people's mentality towards it.
Yeah.
Some people will be holding out for this because they know it's going to be something special.
Yeah.
Hell, do you know what I mean? I'm not being funny. I mean, my partner wants to get a DS, and if this comes out and this is going to be the shit, then we'll fucking wait for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely, definitely.
That's that, you know, they need to bring it out for Christmas. That's what I'm saying. Because no, but that is it, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they need to do. It needs to be out this year, Christmas or holiday season, depending on how you want to. You know, obviously in your religion, but like it, you know, that's when it needs to come out.
So,
November,
Nintendo, if you're listening, you've been told.
hopefully.
We want it for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean they probably will. That probably is when it's, you know, it is launching. They'll be stupid not to. I mean, it's going to make money anyway, but like launching that kind of thing, because Move and Natal will already be out. You know, things like that, like the big seller, the big things that the companies are going to sell. Microsoft have that. Sony have got the Move. You know, that's the big things they're going to be selling this year. Their main peripheral on that. Well, they're lucky. Nintendo are lucky they've still got a real, like, tight hold on that handheld market.
Yeah.
They need to bring this out this year.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see
For
what happens.
sure.
I'm sure that it's going to be there, and I'm sure it'll be quite amazing. A brief bit of news. Virgin are basically starting up their own gaming service. It's going to be like, I liken it to like, I think it's going to be like Steam sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be their own games.
Oh.
I don't think it's going to be that kind of thing. Or I've read a little bit about it, a lot of rumours and stuff. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but just like a lot of this stuff, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But apparently they're making an announcement during E3, Virgin, and there's going to be some kind of game service. We don't know what that is, but is it going to be like Steam? Who knows? I mean, Sony.
Will you be able to get in a package deal with your broadband and mobile phone?
Who knows? Possibly, because they do everything. They do everything together now. But
You'll be alright then.
yeah, I'm sorted. But no, I think Sony is to do like cahoots with them in this.
Really?
So this could be something.
Ooh.
Who knows? I mean,
Ominous.
yeah. What is this? Is it, you know? Because surely they can't do something. PS3's got its own network. It's you can download games through that. How is this? How are they working with Virgin on something? I don't understand. Crazy.
Watch this space.
So there's just brief mention of that, because obviously we don't know much to talk. We haven't much to talk about as far as that goes. But you know, just mention it because it's something that they're going to be announcing apparently. Well, the other thing is, like, music games are a big thing, a big deal, but they're going to be even just as big, or if not bigger, this E3. Is this worrying you?
Because
Yet?
I have the musical talent of a dead badger. Yeah.
It's like this, okay? There's always a music game, or several. I mean, Guitar Hero, Rock Band, you know.
Yeah.
They've both got games that are coming out, but there's more this year. Everyone's up in their game big time, right? So, I mean, they've already announced DJ Hero 2, Activision that is, and Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, that's already been announced. That's the next Guitar Hero title. Rock Band 3 has been talked about for a long time now, and it was hinted at in the Green Day Rock Band demo. We know it's got piano, or keyboard even, sorry.
Oh, I still can't play that.
Yeah,
So.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but this is the thing. This is what they're trying to do now. They're trying to actually teach you how to play an instrument, right? And I'll get back to Rock Band, right? But what am I missing? Power Gig is another title. It's slightly more,
Yeah.
you know, underground at the moment. Not much is being said about it and blah blah blah. But right. When I first heard about Power Gig, I thought this was an absolutely amazing idea, right? Because it uses a real guitar. You play the guitar. It teaches you how to play the guitar. When you've done playing the game, you can take that guitar, plug it into an amp, and rock out, right, so to speak.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet. And it has drums, but they're not, obviously not real drums. A real drum kit takes up a fucking lot of space, right?
Yeah.
but it has airstrike drums.
Ah.
And it's like a drum pad thing, but you don't hit the pad. You just strike the air, but it's like air drumming, yeah? And it recognises what you're trying to hit and stuff, yeah? That's cool, But here's the thing, right? Power Gig, just starting out, doing this thing, trying to be as innovative as possible, using a real guitar. I think everything's going really well for them, but Rock Band 3 shows up and says, hey, we're going to use a real guitar too.
Ooh.
So...
Intriguing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think Guitar Hero is still Guitar Hero, right, at this point. I've seen all they're really doing with the guitar, yeah, is making, like, the neck is one piece, yeah, all up to the strum bar, that's one piece, and the top and bottom of the body will be interchangeable, so you can have, like, several different styles that you can clip on.
Awesome.
Obviously, you have to buy these separately, it's another way of making money, well done, Activision, right? But they're not doing anything majorly innovative with it. It's still going to be, fuck me, Jane, you've still got the old Guitar Hero controller, you can still use that with the game, you know? But with Rock Band and Power Gig and things like this, they're saying, here's, like, with Rock Band 3, what they've said is, there's 2 guitars they're working on, right?
Mm.
I don't know whether they're both real, but one of them's a real guitar. You can actually, the game will teach you how to play guitar, right? But you still got the option to put in your shitty plastic controller and play that way.
Oh.
If that's what you like, if that's what you find more fun, that's what you can do. If you want to learn guitar, here's a way of doing it.
They've opened it up to all markets now. People who want to learn to play and people
because
who just enjoy the game.
Not being funny, because I play guitar and I play bass and I play drums and things like that on real instruments, not just plastic ones. But like, and I play like guitar for a bit of fun, a laugh and things like that. And Rock Band, yeah, it's a laugh, it's fun. I mean, with drums and stuff, at least you still need the rhythm and things. With guitars, you know, you still need the rhythm, but it's not like playing the real instrument.
No.
Neither is the drums really, but like it gives you an idea. But still, it's like it's still fun. But they've been given a lot of stick from people who are real musicians who play guitar, and they go, oh, you know, you stupid little fucking kid, pick up a real guitar and learn blah blah blah, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
And these games get a lot of stick for that. And I think what they're trying to do is saying, do you know what? You can actually use this for something good. You can use this as a tool, a way to learn a musical instrument, and I think that's amazing. I think that's really good. I think that's what music games need. I think that's what they need now. That's their progression. That's what they need to push them forwards.
If I thought they could teach me how to play the guitar, I would get it, but I know that my skills lie in other areas.
Right.
But
right.
no, that is pretty fantastic.
Mm.
I can do. It's really becoming. It's not just gaming anymore, it's like proper multimedia. You're learning stuff from games and doing this. And actually teach you to play guitar. I mean, it used to take, years and years of practice and doing this. To actually do it in a way where you can see progression.
Yeah.
And see that and do that.
I think it's going to be crazy. I think now that Rock Band have, the guys at Harmonix, they've come out and said, we are doing the real guitar thing. This is what we're going to do. We've got keyboard as well and all that stuff. I think that's going to give Rock Band far more appeal than it has right now. And I think it's going to give it a lot more appeal than Power Gig. Because if you go up to the average person in the street, even somebody who loves music, and go, hey, looking forward to that Power Gig game coming out, they'll be like, what?
No, Rock Band 3, mate.
Yeah. They won't, because there's not so much stuff out there. You Google Power Gig, there's details, but do you know what I mean? It's not established itself as a franchise, as a label yet. As,
no.
You know,
whereas with Rock Band, you know what it is.
Yeah,
it's
just
already
about
an established thing.
It's Guitar Hero, but not, you know. And then obviously Guitar Hero doing the drum thing and all the other instruments and the singing as well, you know. But that ain't changed for Guitar Hero. They're still doing the same thing. It's just now it's like, let's make the same game again with just different songs, but let's try and make it tell a bit of a story, and it's just not going to be. Look, don't get me wrong. I'll probably play the new Guitar Hero because it's going to have some amazing songs in it already. I've actually looked at some of the songs they've unveiled for it, and it's actually going to be really good. But like, you know, I'm not going to be like, can't wait for this Guitar Hero game to come out. I'm going to be way more excited for Rock Band 3.
Yeah.
Still though, I mean, the real guitar thing, I think it's going to be pricey.
Yeah. That
is the thing. It's going to cost a lot of money. Plastic instruments are far cheaper to manufacture than real instruments. The keyboard thing, it's actually a MIDI keyboard that you could plug it into your computer.
Yeah.
has 2 octaves. It's only about, it's not very big, so it's only 2 octaves of keys, but it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think what they're going to do is have because it's really small, compact, and really portable. I think they're going to have a strap on, like a strap. Sorry, that sounds really
a strap for
it. So you'd be able to play it stood up, like
how 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
How awesome.
Absolutely. Another thing is there's a lot of speculation as to what. I mean, they have released some details of what songs are going to be out for it, but this is weird because I had a conversation with a guy in game the other day. I walked into game yesterday randomly. I haven't been in game for ages, right? And for anyone who doesn't know, like, game is just like, it's a game shop. It's your typical game shop, right?
Yeah.
If I'm walking past, I'll probably go in, just have a look around, see how much extortionate stuff is there, how much they're overcharging people for pre-owned games, things like that, and walk out. But I actually got to talking to I think it's their store manager, because he was having a conversation with somebody else about Rock Band. I was like, hello, I'm going to have a conversation with you about Rock Band. So I spoke to him about Rock Band, DJ Hero, things like that, right? And they were talking about the possibility that this is, for anyone who's excited about the keyboard side of things, right? He basically said this one thing. It was like, just think of all the prog rock you could have in that game, right? Wait for it, okay? And we're not just talking about things like Yes and shit like that. We're talking about the possibility of having Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, yeah? And being able to play from beginning to end as a band with a real guitar and MIDI keyboard, which essentially is the same as a real keyboard. That's got to appeal to somebody. I mean, that really does. Do you not think? That's pretty amazing. That's a possibility there.
I'm not a music games fan, but this is sounding pretty cool to me. This is maybe...
I was excited about Power Gig until I found out about all this stuff. Trust me.
Yeah, I think I might have to embarrass myself.
Do you know what I mean? If you had the money, if it was, it's all going to be bundled together. Obviously, I assume it's all you'll be able to buy it as band in a box, the same sort of deal. And if you had the money and you thought, fuck, this has got some amazing songs on it, do you not think you'd just go, screw it, I'm going to buy it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably will in the end. To be honest,
I mean, so whether you want to be a singer, that's taken care of. Drummer, that's more or less taken care of. I mean, let's be honest, still a plastic set of drums, but you can still learn a lot from playing them. Yeah. Guitar, totally covered, because, still got the option for the plastic thing, but, you want to play a real guitar? You can do that. And now they've got keyboard as well. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think that's amazing. Power Gig sounded like it was going to be so good. It did. It sounded really appealing to me. But then it's like, I kind of have Rock Band. I have a lot of the instruments for it and stuff. I think I could pick up Rock Band 3 and maybe like one of the real guitars and then just the keyboard thing, and then I'd be happy because I'd have the lot. And
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Although I may not do this, I'm just saying. But I think it's amazing. Power Gig's still going to be pretty cool. Because I think because they came out first saying they're going to do the real guitar thing, and I think they've got a lot of people on board who don't like these music games.
Yeah.
To sign on to it, so that they'd have some really good artists and stuff who weren't really down for the whole plastic instrument thing, because they're
give
Power
it a bit
Gig's,
more credibility.
Yeah, Power Gig's given them this, given the angle that this is a real guitar. We'll see if it does anything for Rock Band, but I think if anything, it's going to push Rock Band past Guitar Hero now.
Yeah.
I think it is. But unfortunately, I think for the guys who are making Power Gig, I think it's gonna fuck them over.
Yeah.
Sucks to be them, but hey, you never know. Power Gig might end up being a better game. The thing they need to do is perhaps prove that it's a better tool for learning guitar than Rock Band would be. Who knows?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. So we'll see how that goes. But obviously, the other news connected to that is DJ Hero 2 was announced already. It's coming in October, I think.
2 turntables.
2 turntables. Same shitty plastic instrument. I own the first DJ Hero. I bought it as an impulse buy, trust me.
I've seen you have fun on it, though.
No, don't get me wrong. It is fun, but it is disappointing.
Mm.
Because you spent so much on the just fucking peripheral. That is where the money goes, and it's like, you know, you can play on it for half an hour and go, yeah, that was right. I mean, the music in the game is fucking good.
Yeah.
It is amazing, but it's such a lot of money to just drop on a game, and I expected a lot more from it. I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but I know a lot of people have been disappointed by it. I bought it, I was disappointed a little bit. I wanted them to do more. There's not been that much support. There's not been as much downloadable content for it as there should have been. There's only been 2 song packs for it, I think, and there's a free bit of DLC that you can grab now, which is like a Lady Gaga track and mixed with something else. You can download that for free. That's a song that's going to be on DJ Hero 2. I think you can download it for about a month. It's only available to like July 7th or something.
Okay.
So if you've got DJ Hero and you've got it on, I don't know if it's on, I think it might be on PSN, but it's definitely on Xbox Live. Go get it. I mean, it's just a free song. Fuck, they owe you something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've already got the turntable, so all I need to go out and get is the disc. So it depends. I'll wait and see what songs they've got for it, see what the reviews say, see if it's any better. Because they're hoping to bring out a whole dedicated music store like every other music game has, and really provide content weekly for it. If they can do that, then I think they'll win a lot of people back. But I think ultimately they really screwed themselves over, and they didn't provide a lot of support after the game came out. It was too expensive to begin with. It's fun. It is fun.
Yeah.
But only for in small bursts.
But you only have like set combinations of songs, don't you?
Yeah.
See, my 2 cents would be for the second one is, why don't we let them pick 2 songs that they want to mix together?
That would be amazing, but that's a lot more work than I think that can be done, to be fair.
Well,
I really do. I think that is more. I mean, actually, yeah and no, but I think they could well be like they should do some kind of freestyle mode where you can just say, yeah, I want to mash these 2 songs up, and then
or have like selections of songs that can go together,
and you pick which ones.
Which ones.
That would So who knows? We'll see what happens, because they're obviously going to be showing it off at E3. DJ Hero 2. You know, I'm intrigued. I want to know what they're going to do with it. There's been trailers out for it already. I think they just got ahead of the game, said we're not going to wait till E3 to announce it. We're just going to announce it here and there. Just done. Trailer, have a free song.
And a lot of people have been doing that. Been a lot of E3 trailers released already.
Yeah. It helps build a bit more hype.
For it. Yeah,
agreed. It does work. It absolutely works. You know.
So I know I saw the most amazing trailer.
Yeah.
You've watched it now as well.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Human Revolution trailer.
Yeah, it does look good. And it's not the sort of thing I'd probably go, oh my god, I've got to watch this trailer, but you show it to me and it is fucking amazing.
People have been waiting for this game for a long time. I mean, I played the original back in 2000, Deus Ex, and it was like one of my favourite games of all time. It was like inspired by System Shock. It was back then. It was an RPG first-person shooter. I mean, I remember sort of Mass Effect came out and everybody was like, oh yeah, it's an RPG, but we're putting in shooting elements, and thinking, well, that was done 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And all that. And now the fact that they're re-releasing a new edition, it's a prequel, which is going to lead up to the first game. They're taking a lot of inspiration from the first game, which of the 2 that were released is the better one.
That's the way to do it then.
Yeah. And it is just looking really, really good. It's sort of cyberpunk, which is always good. But it's a bit interesting because the original games ran on the Unreal engines.
Yeah.
Whereas this new one runs on the Crystal engine, sort of a re-engineered Crystal engine, which is what they use for the Tomb Raider games, because it's being made by Eidos, not the original team. It's a new team.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to do that. But having listened to like interviews from the developers, they're really excited about it. You can tell that they're fans of the original game, so they will put their heart and soul into it, which gives me a lot of hope for it.
Excellent.
I think similar sort of thing happened when Fallout came out, because Bethesda got the license from Interplay for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were thinking, oh, they're going to completely change it. It's going to be a completely different game. And yeah, it was. I loved Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah. I tried playing them and I couldn't get. I don't know what happened.
No. But I thought, I'll give anything a try in interpretation, see how it goes. People at Bethesda are obviously such big fans of the first games, they wanted to do it justice, and when you played it, it did give you that feeling.
Yeah,
of the first
I
game.
like Fallout 3. I mean, like I say, I've tried playing the first two, so I don't have the fondness for them that you do. But like, I do like Fallout 3. I haven't finished it yet, and it's one of those games that just. Actually, my last Xbox died like when I was playing it.
And it was a good sacrifice, mate.
Yeah,
I lost an Xbox playing it.
Exactly,
If I'm completely honest.
Yeah, it's
But-
an Xbox killer.
Yeah,
But it is such a good game, and I want to go back to it and pick it up again. But like, there's so much new stuff coming out, and it's.
especially Fallout New
time,
Vegas.
I know, don't. I mean, part of me wants to say I'll definitely get through Fallout 3 before buying that and playing it. But part of me knows it probably never happen.
There's a lot of controversy about New Vegas because obviously it's not being developed by Bethesda.
Yeah.
It's being developed by Obsidian, which haven't got a great rep.
Mm.
But again, this is what I'm thinking. Obsidian were originally Black Isle.
They've got a chance to prove themselves.
Yeah.
If anything, yeah.
The engine's set. They don't need to tweak
Yeah.
it or do anything to it. They just need to do the content, do the game. And Obsidian, they were Black Isle. They're made up from members of Black Isle who developed the original Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So they have a personal investment
Well, there you go.
in
then.
it.
Yeah.
They know it. It's probably going to be more like the original games than the Bethesda one was.
Right.
That's even possible. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I think most people probably will. I mean, this is something else that is shown at E3, so we'll know what to expect from this. But
Yeah. It's basically what we've seen so far is runs on the same engine, same
I think
graphics.
the only thing that's out is a teaser, isn't it? At the
Yeah.
moment, Still.
Yeah, there are screenshots and you can see all
Yeah.
the graphics, all the same, all similar sort of things. But they've announced that you'll be able to modify the weapons more.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to add sights, you'll be able to expand the clips and do certain things with it. There'll be like an ultra hardcore mode where enemies are harder, everything's harder, and you'll need to you won't heal instantly.
Yeah.
It'll take time to heal up, and you'll get dehydrated, so you'll need to make sure that you're constantly drinking water,
Huh.
which sounds
That
pretty cool.
sounds pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
up for that.
Whilst you'll be able to actually look down the iron sights.
Yeah.
They've added new things in VATS for melee weapons.
Excellent.
And a new companion wheel. So instead of controlling your companions by talking to them in a conversation, you're able to bring something up and just say, "Hey, go kill
Give
that
them
thing
orders
and
and
do
things.
this thing."
That's pretty sweet.
So I'm really, really, really excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Fallout 3 when that came out wasn't something that I was. So initially, I wasn't that bothered about it, but then
I remember you
yeah.
rolling your eyes when I went out and got the collector's edition.
No, it wasn't there. I mean, I was excited about it then, but like it took me a while
Yeah.
to kind of really like the hype to build for me personally,
Mhm.
because it's not that I don't have a history with Fallout, but like
I remember lending you Oblivion and you couldn't really get into that. And I think it was the whole
no,
another one of those
yeah,
didn't really appeal to you that much. But
yeah,
it is a different game. It is similar in a lot of ways,
yeah.
but Fallout you've got guns.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with guns.
No,
Guns just make a game better.
no. But it's a game that requires a lot of investment in time
Oh yes, yes, definitely.
to do it.
Do you know what's pissed me off is that I've got to a point now where I'm quite deep into the game, and I think my save game's screwed up somehow because it don't want to load.
No.
So I think something happened when my Xbox died, and like my save games are sort of corrupted somehow or something. I don't know, but like
Dude, that sucks.
just a bit. So
I mean,
I might have to start it again. Brilliant.
I've invested. I can't remember. You've seen my save
It's at
game.
least 70 hours, I think yours was, wasn't it? It
Uh,
might be hundreds.
yeah, I think
Probably
it was
is by
about
now.
130.
All right, there you go
So
then.
nearly double that. I
I knew it was a lot.
But if you ask me, with that, even though I bought all the DLC packs
Yeah,
and did all that, that still to me is value for money.
yeah.
The amount of
yeah.
time I put into that and the extra hours added on. If I can get that again with New Vegas,
Yeah,
and
I'm
again,
sure you'll.
it's a
Yeah,
sure
exactly.
thing.
Excellent. Well, yeah, totally looking forward to that. I mean, we've got a few more bits of news to get through. We're going to try and get through some of it, but Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I'm going to mention this because a few days ago a trailer came out that was. We weren't sure what it was because it was like. it was like a 7-minute short video movie, right? And it was like, okay, is this? I mean, this literally was. Nobody knew what it was. Everyone was saying, is it a new Mortal Kombat game? Is it some kind of like publicity thing for it, or is it a new movie coming out? You know, basically, some dude just got the funding and called in some favors and got some money together to make this short Mortal Kombat movie because he wants to make a Mortal Kombat movie, right?
Yeah, but he wants to reboot the franchise.
Absolutely, and that's definitely what it needs. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of come out at the right time where E3 is coming up, and like there is actually a new Mortal Kombat game coming out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But this dude basically spent 2 months putting this together, but 2 days shooting this short film. If you go on, I think if you Google it or go on YouTube and type in Mortal Kombat Rebirth, I think you'll probably find it. It's like 7 or 8 minutes, like a short little thing. It's pretty cool, actually.
It is pretty cool.
If there was a Mortal Kombat movie like that, I think I'd fucking watch that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, certain little bits. You know, me knowing the Mortal Kombat characters, I was sort of thinking, cringing a little bit. But then the overall feel of it, given more time.
Yeah. But I will bring this up, right? Can you remember go back to the time when you were a kid and you played Mortal Kombat and it was the best fucking thing in the world, right? Let me finish, right? Okay. Then they're like, we're making a Mortal Kombat movie, and it's like, oh, this is going to be the shit, right? Fucking Mortal Kombat comes out in the cinema, but you had to be 15 to go see it, right? And you couldn't get in to see it, but then it came out on DVD. No, it came out on video. Sorry, DVD wouldn't
video.
It came out on video, and then you watched it, and it was fucking mind-numbingly disappointing. It was soul-crushing, right? Seriously, it was so fucking awful, and
video game movie curse.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is sort of what I would have wanted to see a little bit, because it wasn't gory at all. Like, that's the thing. Mortal Kombat is violent, it's visceral, it's, you know, even though it really isn't compared to today's standards. Like, you go back to play the original Mortal Kombat, it's quite tame, but like, to us as kids back then, that's what it was. That is, you know, we watched that movie, it's really tame and quite pathetic and not gory at all, and it's
fairly Power Ranger-ish.
Yeah, you know, it sucked. That's what the only word I can use to describe it. It wasn't good. And then this little thing comes out, this little beauty.
And it's like Mortal Kombat, the psychological
thriller. Like, yeah, a little bit, you know. I'm up for it being a bit darkish and shit. Who knows? I mean, fucking, you know, David Fincher could make this movie. I'd fucking watch it, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's gory, and, you know, you could fit quite a bit of gore into 80 minutes, do you know what I mean?
And it actually
that's what it needed to be.
And it has a difference. It seems to be what they're doing a lot now with films, especially based on like comics and video games, and giving it that element of realism. I mean, Mortal Kombat is quite a fantastical thing, but this is like a new take on it. This is like a more grounded.
It needs to be. I think it needs to be.
And Jerry Ryan as Sonya Blade, how perfect is that?
Speaking of a Trekkie,
a Trekker.
Alright.
I can't remember which is which. I'm not the kind that dresses up.
That'll be Trekkie then, I guess. The Trekker. Trekster. Anyway.
I like the Trek.
I can't stand that shit. But,
I know you can't.
But, yeah, you know, you can't tell me that this didn't excite you a little bit.
I will admit, I was grinning as I watched
Warner Brothers
it.
own Mortal Kombat. They own that now, right? So Warner Brothers need to get onto this guy and say, hey, you made that thing? That was fucking awesome. Here's some money, make a fucking movie. That's what they need to do. I want that to happen so bad, because both those Mortal Kombat movies and all the other shit, the fucking crappy TV series that you can kind of see on some of the really crap channels now, and like the kids cartoon thing and things like that, it just doesn't help. You can't take Mortal Kombat seriously anymore, and the fact that most of the games that come out lately have sucked.
You remember Mortal Kombat? You could rip people's hearts out. You could tear their heads off in the spine. Kids' cartoon show.
Exactly. What the fuck was somebody thinking? I'm sure it's made money though.
The worst thing is that carried through to the games. The games got tamer.
Yeah.
The story got more kids' TV show.
Yeah.
But this kind of leads on to the other Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So the whole Mortal Kombat as a game, I think, is getting a reboot. Which is great. It seems really strange that these two have kind of come out around the same time, within days.
Portentous.
I think there's definitely been some craftiness going on here, because this like fake movie short thing coming up out of the woodwork, and just like coming up with a couple of days before they have announced, like Warner Brothers are announcing this Mortal Kombat game. Seems kind of a bit funny, but anyway, new Mortal Kombat game, kind of going back to its roots a little bit.
It looks like a 3D remake of Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I saw the trailer.
Yeah. And that to me is not a bad thing.
Absolutely, I agree. That I watched the trailer for this and I was like, am I actually excited to for a new Mortal Kombat game? What's happening here?
Thing is, it's the first time in ages that we've seen Mortal Kombat all glammed up looking and being visceral and violent and...
Fuck yeah. I mean, I can't... there's stuff in the trailer they don't even show, but you don't need to show that shit because you know... That can wait for when the game comes out, because that is going to be fucking amazing.
It looks like this new Mortal Kombat game is to the old Mortal Kombat games what sort of Super Street Fighter 4 it is to the old Street Fighter games. It's essentially the same game, just given a big graphical overhaul.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what this needs to be. The gameplay itself at the core, it needs to be Mortal Kombat 2, or Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 meshed up, and new graphics. That would be perfect. I'm praying right now that this game does not suck balls, because
I mean,
Mortal Kombat. I mean, if this is good, if it's really good, it's going to make a lot of money. People are going to buy this. It's going to be brilliant, and they're going to make another one. And I hope that, cause the potential for rebooting that franchise is just. If they bring out, if this guy makes a movie as well.
Yeah, sticking to its roots as well. I think, although it's not Midway making it, it's Warner Brothers now.
I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. No. I think they probably do a better job.
I think it's Ed Boon who created the original series. Yeah. He's still at the head of the project, and he's said, basically, been given this chance, Warner Brothers making this new game.
Let's not fuck it up.
We've been listening to what the fans want, and we're give the fans what they want.
Yeah, why not? It's not too much to ask.
I saw that trailer, and
it's what you wanted.
Yeah,
it's like Christmas, so it'll come early.
Yeah, I was really excited. Maybe a little bit of Wii came out.
Okay, slightly different reaction than what I had, but okay.
But no,
I'll get that checked out, mate.
No, you can cut that. Feel free.
No, it's kidding.
Seriously, I was.
It's
giggling.
Yeah,
it is good.
It's like being a kid again. You're like, yes, this is the game I used to play.
Especially that last scene with the hat.
Yeah, I know. Although
the fact that he put the hat on afterwards, that kind of grossed me out a little bit.
But it's also the fact that you don't see. I mean, I like what they're doing with the like the impact stuff. Like when you do pull
and you get the X-ray vision, you can see the impact on the bones.
A lot of games, like football games, have done that a little bit as well now. But like that in a fighting game, fucking why not? Do you know what I mean? And Mortal Kombat as well. That's gonna. I mean that's our childhood a little bit, really. It shouldn't have been, but it was, right?
Have you noticed a running theme with games at the moment is they're bringing back a lot of the old classics?
Yeah, I mean, the sad fact is, though, the majority of things probably won't be anywhere near as good as you want them to be, or as the fans want them to be.
I think what they're realising is...
I've got hope for Mortal Kombat. I really hope that's going to be good.
They've tried to sort of stick to a demographic, but I think they've realised that the demographic they had way back when is still playing games.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to sort of come back to catering for us again.
Well, when you think about it, the main demographic, I mean, obviously, like, males aged, 15 to 35, I guess? No, pretty younger, really, but, like, it is getting younger, but that is the main...
hardcore demographic.
Yeah, exactly, because that's when, I mean, 15-year-olds, that's sort of when you start... You kind of got the money to buy some games and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Younger than that, not really, but, like, up to the age of 35, and so maybe, who knows, beyond that, like, there's probably a lot of 40-year-old gamers out there, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, I mean, there's people who have, like us. I mean, we played Mortal Kombat, and we're in our, like, mid-20s, and, you know, we want that game again.
Yeah.
We want Mortal Kombat, and I think it's going to make a big return, and I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. I really hope it doesn't suck.
I'm hoping that about a lot of games at the
moment.
moment.
I mean, I don't want any of these games to suck, but, like...
No,
it's been given the chance of a reboot. I think that says enough, really. That it's
been so long since I've been excited about a Mortal Kombat game.
I mean, there wasn't the last one, the DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat. Was the last one?
Yeah.
And then Midway doesn't exist anymore.
No.
that tells you something.
Yeah.
I played that game, and yeah,
No.
total bullshit. If I'm honest.
Well,
Really
I had
good.
to dumb it down a bit because you can't really, as much as you'd like Superman to rip someone's head off, you can't do that. But that's not what Mortal Kombat is. That's just cashing in.
I thought it was a bit of a weird mix, but yeah, I mean,
You know, a DC Universe fighting game on its own would have been all right.
yeah, I probably would have rather played that than
But I think
been disappointed with the Mortal Kombat characters.
that game, I think instead of boosting DC and boosting Mortal, I think it actually lessened Mortal Kombat as a franchise. I think it was just the nail in the coffin.
Absolutely, that
And
is
it's-
it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's totally what screwed Midway over. I think.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of other problems there with other games they're making, but like, it really didn't do any favours. And like, I think by that point, no one was really taking Mortal Kombat seriously anymore. I think everybody kind of knew. Anyone who knew anything about gaming and about that franchise knew that it probably wasn't going to be any good anyway.
But they wanted to do a Marvel vs. Capcom, basically.
Yeah,
That's what it was. And
exactly.
Mortal Kombat just wasn't strong enough anymore.
No, but fucking fingers crossed, man, for this because I'm excited. We'll move off the subject to Mortal Kombat though because we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
We mentioned last week about the PS3 and 3D technology.
Yeah.
A couple of things to talk about quickly. As of tomorrow, which if you're listening to it now is actually today, right? That's confusing, isn't it?
Well, it's tomorrow to us, but to all you listeners,
Today,
it was
yeah.
today. Or possibly yesterday.
It depends when you're listening to this. Yeah, what's happening is, we were talking about it last week actually, and we were saying we don't really know when this is going to happen, but what's happening is they're starting out small with it. They're rolling out some updates for games that exist already. These are all downloadable games though. This is
Right.
this isn't any like disc titles. This is stuff you would download. Basically going to be patching a load of these games. This is confirmed. You have to have a 3D television because it uses the stereoscopic debrief.
Yeah.
Stereoscopic glasses. Yeah.
You have to have both, or one or the other, or
Both.
both.
It's not going to be like 3D before your very eyes. You still need the fucking glasses.
Oh.
When you go in the cinema to see a 3D movie, you
Yeah.
still got to wear the glasses. Yeah.
I know, but
Same principle. Still, you need the 3D TV. You need the glasses, right?
oh.
Yeah. Right. Okay. But this is what they're doing. The games they're going to be patching to work with 3D as of tomorrow are Super Stardust HD, Wipeout HD, which I think would fucking
That
that
yeah,
would blow my fucking mind.
yeah.
Pain.
Oh,
A little bit.
I need a 3D TV.
Pain. Yeah, a little bit weird. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but okay.
Well, you think
You
about
can
it.
see, you can understand it with like Wipeout HD. That's going to be fucking crazy. But like Pain, I know when you
Pain
launched,
does have some depth
yeah,
perception.
you launched the guy. He's gonna, yeah, I get it. Okay, and there's a MotorStorm 2 demo. Like, it's just this demo.
Obviously, when the full game comes out, that'll probably be in 3D.
Well, MotorStorm 2's out.
Is it?
Yeah, Pacific Rift.
Okay, well, cut that out then.
Okay, let's get back. Right, and MotorStorm 2, there's a demo that's going to have 3D. Not the full game, because I mean the game's already out, right?
Just the demo.
Just this demo for Pacific Rift, right? That's going to have 3D added to it, right?
Well, that obviously then is just some sort of advertising thing saying this is what we will be doing.
They
in the
probably will
future.
patch the game and say this is how the game's going to look completely, because they've obviously not finished doing it yet. These are all going to be free updates, apart from Pain.
What?
As we understand it, you have to pay a little bit extra to get Pain in 3D.
So not only do I have to go out and buy some stereoscopic goggles,
And the
buy
telly.
a TV,
You're
I
paying
also have to pay for Pain
again.
again.
I don't think it's going to be a lot of money though. I don't think it's going to be like buying.
That's
the
good
game
because I
again.
won't have enough left after I buy
No,
3D TV.
you might have enough change to pay for Pain. Who knows? But those are the 4 titles that are going to get it as of tomorrow. Obviously, going to keep adding stuff to this list. It's going to grow, and they'll be patching older titles, things like that. Great news if you've got a 3D TV, and if you've got a 3D TV, you well, fucking great, good for you, mate. Because you know this is technology we really won't be getting the chance to sample for a while. I don't think personally, you and me. You know.
No, I certainly won't. But you know, it's there now. It won't be going anywhere. I'm sure when my TV packs up and I'm looking to get a new one, maybe now I might consider a 3D one. Probably not anytime soon.
No.
But it'll always be there, and I will get a new TV at some point. So
If you give, I think it's one of those things. You give it to maybe 3 years, then the technology will be a little cheaper. You'll be able to pick up a TV in the sale maybe at a reasonable price. I mean, I went into a store the other day, and for about £600, no, sorry, about £500, you could buy a Samsung 40-inch LED TV, and it's in the sale. But like, that's how much that's come down by. Even at sale price, that's amazing. So like, 3D's no different really. It's just another type of technology. It's just something else. They could churn it out as cheap as they wanted to, but really at the end of the day,
you pay more for new tech.
It's those early adopters. They've got to sting the early adopters. That's how they make their money. That's just how it is. But it's cool. I mean, they've followed through with this. They said they were going to add 3D. They're doing it. It's happening. It's happening now. These games are going to be patched, so you've got the option for that. And
I still think it will be a while though, because not even every household has a HD TV yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's a small. Probably in about 60% of households, really.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more, but
I think by the time they all have HD TVs, it'll probably be about the time when I get a 3D one.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's, and also this is something I saw today. There's a video, and it's like, we're not sure. I personally don't know whether it's something Sony's put out, or if this is like a sort of fanboy type thing. I'm sure it probably has been made by Sony because it looks pretty professional. But what it is it shows like this clip of them sort of play testing in 3D. Right, this guy is playing. What we get very short glimpses of it, but it's basically Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, running on a 3D TV on PlayStation. He's got the 3D glasses on. He's playing the game. He's enjoying it in 3D. Right. But it all gets a bit too real for him, and he freaks out a bit. But then he thinks, this is brilliant, right? That's the base. It's like an advert, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the advert, it says PS4. Now, I don't think. I mean, this would be a total fucking dick move if this happened. If Sony unveiled a new PlayStation, that would be ridiculous. It'd be retarded, right?
Yeah.
It would be stupid. That's why I think it's not going to happen. They can't be that dumb, right? But they've done this to get people talking about it, to get rumours going.
Like you and me right now.
Exactly. To stir shit up so that, you know what I mean? Whether they're thinking that you take a PS3, you add 3D, it makes PS4. I don't think they're that stupid either. I don't know. I mean,
surely PS 3D would have been a better.
That's, yeah, like I said last week.
See, I could be in marketing.
No, but I said that last week. Listen back to last week's show. I said PS3D.
I could do with a better memory.
Anyway, I'm just saying, because I remember saying it and thinking, yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Obviously, subconsciously, I took it in and made it my own idea.
But that's the thing. Why are they playing with us like this? Why are they toying with us? Because E3's coming up real soon. It's like literally, it is next week. It officially starts Monday.
It is the hype machine, I think.
And Sony, they've done this to just fucking fuck with people. PS4. Everyone's been talking about PlayStation 4 and Xbox 720 and so many videos. You go online and type those things into like YouTube. People are going, yeah, this is going to be an E3. This is going to be. Of course, it fucking isn't. Do you know what I mean? Then why would they shoot themselves in the foot? It's like, oh, by the way, you've just bought this console, yeah? It's selling really well, right? We've got all these great games coming out for it, but we're bringing out a new console. They wouldn't. Why would they do it? Well,
the only way I can think of is if they're suddenly tired of the flaming war and they're as sick as the PS3 fanboys as we are, and have now decided to turn against their own kind and said, "Yeah, we're going to make you all look like dicks."
It's possible, but it's like, I think it could just be like a normal advert that somebody's fucking toyed with the end of it. It's possible,
probably,
and someone that's just got out there, and who knows? But it was a shock to see it. Because you watched it and it seemed genuine. Like this could be something that's happening. But I know personally it's not gonna. I can't.
It makes no sense.
No, exactly.
It really makes absolutely.
There's so much more
sense
life in the console. There's more life. I mean, there's life still in like the Wii. Let's be honest. There's still life in the Wii. There's still things they can do with that, right? There's lots they can do with the Xbox. There's lots they can do with the PlayStation.
I mean,
These consoles don't need to be, tossed aside. They're not Sega. They don't need to do that. These companies.
Ooh, cheap shot on Sega.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No. They've fucking dug their own grave.
True.
They brought out a fucking great console, the Dreamcast. Didn't do so fucking well because they'd already screwed themselves over.
But on the plus side, they are now going to be releasing Dreamcast games on network and live.
No, I know. They've been doing that for a while, though, sort of thing, really.
Yeah.
Well, like the original Soul Calibur and things like that. But still, that's a conversation for another time, another show. Okay. We're talking E3 stuff. So anyway, this was... Oh, shit. I'm going to move this anyway, because it's doing my head in. Okay. But anyway, like, it was just interesting that this is the kind of shit that somebody would watch, see it, and go, fucking hell, there's a PlayStation 4 coming out. And it's like, oh, well, and they'll tell all their mates, and then before you know it, a PlayStation 4's coming out.
What it could be is that they reckon that this 3D is going to make it feel like a new console. If that makes sense?
Yeah, but people take things really literally.
I think they're overestimating the intelligence of the collective consciousness.
Quite possibly, yeah. I could quite believe that, because let's be honest, some people will take that and run with it quite literally. Yeah. I mean, at the end, I watched this and I knew that there's no way we're not going to see a PlayStation 4 or a new Xbox. I reckon for about 5 years, maybe. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but these consoles, this generation of consoles, should have at least a 10-year lifespan.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much what they've come out and said. Originally said this is good for 10 years.
And I have a feeling we'll probably see a new Xbox before.
I've seen plenty of new Xboxes, James, but I'm not talking about a new console.
Well, no. You know what I mean. God,
that's a cheap shot at Microsoft there for the whole Red Ring thing, but I'm just saying, like...
No. But I think we'll see a Xbox 720 before we see a PS4.
I really hope it isn't called that.
No.
Because that's just... it's just the whole rumour mill again, isn't it? Just churning up this crap.
Xbox 3600.
I mean, it is going to be a long while before we see another console. I really hope so, because there's so... I mean, do you know what I mean? We're just getting to a point now where, like, games are just, like, using all the potential of the console, you know? Like, all the power, right? But we haven't really explored that, like, the top of that yet, really. Only games are just starting to use that now.
Yeah.
There's still more you can use. You know what I mean? There's always more you can get out of something. And I think until that's completely explored, there's no point in bringing out a new console. I mean...
That's pretty much what happened with the PS2. I mean, they pushed that to the limits.
Very limits, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Same with the PS1. I mean, I think that's always the way. You push it as far as it can go. And
that's when you're ready to bring something in. At the end of the day, there's so many games coming out for the consoles this generation, yeah? Wii, 360, PS3, right? That you'll know when a new console is going to be announced or launched, because there's going to be a slowdown, a major slowdown in the amount of stuff released for it.
Yeah. And like you said, they've only just got to the point where they're utilising the console's full capabilities. They haven't even got that right 100%
exactly,
yet.
Yeah.
There's still
more juice you can drain from the fruit. I don't know where I'm going with that, but...
God, now who sounds gay this week?
Alright.
Me again, isn't it?
Yeah. Blatantly. Right, so, but this just we'll just leave it at that. But I think it's just a stupid bit of a bit of just something to stir up more crap. I think 3D is definitely going to feature big in Sony's press conference. It's going to be a huge part of it. They're going to show off a lot of good stuff, and I mean that's going to be the bulk of this, you know, and that move and things like that, you know. And any new titles, it's going to be they're pretty much the bulk of their press conference. There's not going to be like a bit, oh, by the way, PS4, you know. No. I think a lot of people would be so upset at this point. I mean, I don't even own a PlayStation 3 anymore, but I probably would be as well. I'd feel bad for you. I'd be like, damn, you got cheated. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Totally. I think that exactly what it would be.
Especially as they've only just recently released the Slim version.
Exactly.
It's already got a new version. They don't need to do another one.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I mean, when you think about it, I mean, the 360's been out for about 4 and a bit years now.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 and a bit, or 3. That's nothing. We're really only just hitting the good stuff, to be fair. So, plenty of life left in these. So if you hear something about this, just tell them, like, just ignore it, because it's just not going to happen.
No.
Like I say, another 5 years at least. That's what I reckon.
Do you think that brings us to a break?
That does. That brings us to a well-deserved break. We've been talking for ages. And
Talk about some games when we get back?
Yeah, we will do. Thanks for listening for this long, actually. As well. I'm just going to congratulate people. Well done. Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast. We're running really long at the moment because obviously this is our E3 Pre-E3 2010 special. We've already talked about all the news and all that kind of stuff. We're going to take normally what we do, we talk about this week's releases in games. We sort of mentioned them last week. For anyone who doesn't know, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is coming out on the Wii, and Green Day Rock Band's coming out on 360, PS3 and Wii. That's pretty much all that's coming out this week.
That is it. That's your lot.
Well, I mean, there are a few other things coming out. Yeah, don't shout.
Sorry.
People don't want to be shouted at, let's be honest. That's pretty much all that's coming out that's really worth talking about. We sort of mentioned them last week. We're going to take this segment, to talk about the games that are confirmed and some that are unconfirmed and rumoured and stuff like that are going to be shown off at E3. We're going to talk about some of them, that we're excited about and things like that. So we've got a big old list of them here. We're going to
big old list.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about what we think is exciting. So, I mean, there's so many developers are going to be showing off their stuff at E3. It is mad, but we're going to try and get through some of this. Okay, well, I can pick one out right now that could easily appeal to you. New Mass Effect. Mm-hmm. There's a rumour that there's EA are going to be there, right?
Yeah.
They're going to show off a lot of stuff. Let's be honest, the stuff that's confirmed is like Tiger Woods, even though that's pretty much come out. The new Medal of Honor, the Medal of Honor reboot, which is going to be more like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to because there's competition there.
Yeah.
I love my Call of Duty. I love my modern day shit, right? If this like Medal of Honor is as good, they reckon it's going to be better, but we'll see what happens. It's a lot of talk at the moment, yeah?
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with that. That's something that I'm excited about seeing more of. There's a lot of sports games, because obviously EA Sports is a big thing. Dead Space 2!
Oh,
I really want... I love the first Dead Space.
I wouldn't play it, but I feel your excitement.
Crysis 2, that's exciting, because that's now coming to consoles.
I will be looking forward to this, because... I was...
CryEngine, baby.
Yeah.
That is amazing stuff.
I was excited about the first one, and I didn't even have a PC that could run it.
I mean, at the moment, my PC kind of like it will run Crysis, because I mean, I'm trying to play through it, but not at the moment, because like we've just got a new PC and it's powerful, but the graphics card sucks in it. And I've wanted to play Crysis for so long, but I always thought, well, if you can't run it at the max, if you can't run it properly, what's the point? Yeah. So like, I've got it. I've
seen it running at yours. You've got it.
It runs, but it's just it doesn't look that great.
No, it's nothing special.
So I'm not going to play through that until we've got a decent graphics card. I want to play through the first Crysis and Crysis Warhead before hitting Crysis 2. But I will be playing it on console. Yeah. Because that is just my style.
The way we roll.
And it just also confirmed from Electronic Arts. Bulletstorm. Holy fuck, Bulletstorm, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to see some more of that, because that is some crazy ass shit, right? Because that's EA teaming up with Epic Games. It's basically the People Can Fly, right? That development team, who are like Swedish or something. They did the Painkiller, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Because like Epic bought them. Hey, yeah, we own you now. Let's make some games, right? And this is basically... It looks like a first-person Gears of War, but you go fucking mental, and you kill a lot of shit. And it's like it's almost arcadey, where you rack up points for certain style kills and things. Yeah. Fuck me, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like so much fun.
There is a lot of excitement about it.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that EA have got behind this, but totally amazing. But the rumoured stuff that for EA is... New Mass Effect, because obviously we know Mass Effect 3 is inevitable. It is going to come out at some point, so maybe they've got some stuff for that already.
Well, my feeling is it'll be a teaser, because I do know from early reports that they said for Mass Effect 2 they had a whole 2-year DLC plan, so I have a feeling that it'll be a teaser this year. Maybe we'll see a little something about it next year at E3, and then it'll be released probably January 2012.
Cool. Well, that sounds very plausible. Like you're thinking there, it does sound about right. All right, new Mirror's Edge, another Mirror's Edge 2 or whatever. Oh, you're smiling already because
that will make my girlfriend very, very, very happy.
Yeah, because I know she was extremely excited about the first one.
Yeah. Well, first one, I have to admit, even though it didn't quite work out, the ideas behind it were amazing, and visually, it was a beautiful game. So if they've, like I said, most developers should be doing now is taking the feedback from the people who played it and fixed it and tweaked it, and if they've perfected it and got it actually working how they imagined it and how we all thought it would be, then it could be something pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played. I've played just like the demo version of it because it's not something that I was really. I kind of wanted to play it, but it's just one of those games you never really get around to. But I did hit the demo for a bit, and there's a pretty big learning curve with the controls and stuff, and you fuck things up so many times, and it's fucking annoying. But I don't know. I mean, like, I know there's people who buy this who get excited about it. Your girlfriend for one, but like, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure this is going to go down that well. No. I'm not so sure it's going to, even if it is tweaked and perfected. Yeah, which it really should. I mean, there's a lot they could do with that. They need to do something really imaginative, really, really innovative with it. Really do something different with it.
Yeah.
Then maybe they'll pique a lot of people's interest. But I think a lot of people will be like, okay, I've seen this already.
Yeah.
Do I need a Mirror's Edge 2?
Well,
it was unique and it was fun for a while, but do we need it again? That's how I think people feel about it. That I could be totally wrong, obviously.
Well, no, like you said, nobody will pay to play the same game twice.
Well, yeah, some people will, but it's you know.
No, you're right, but hopefully they have sort of tweaked it. They have tried something different with it. They're doing that, but I think it's got potential.
Yeah.
It's got a great art style, and it's a really kind of unique idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we just got to see how this pans out. But those are some of the titles coming from EA. I mean, Activision, another big company. Their major thing is going to be Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is just huge anyway. Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't need to say too much about that. I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
Even though it's, I mean, Treyarch get a bad rep, but like, I think this is going to be the game that's really going to like change things for them.
World at War, what I've played of it, it was good, solid game.
It's a good, solid game, but it's still a bit, I don't know. You can tell it's a Treyarch Call of Duty game. Yeah. You can always tell that, and you probably always will be able to know. But they are essentially a Call of Duty studio now. They are the only ones making Call of Duty. Infinity Ward doesn't exist anymore.
And this is them really sort of taking up the Modern Warfare mantle, isn't it?
Oh, yes. And I hope they do really well with it. I really want this game to be good, but that's going to come out on all PS3, PC, 360 and Wii, because that's something that Treyarch are doing a lot of now, is like they're really trying to get stuff on Wii and stuff like that. Yeah, Guitar Hero, which you mentioned earlier, Warriors of Rock, that's coming out. They're going to be there showing that off. Who knows what their gimmick is going to be, but there's not going to be, I don't know. New DJ Hero, we mentioned that, DJ Hero 2. Yeah. There's also a rumour about GoldenEye for the Wii, bringing out GoldenEye. You know the old N64 GoldenEye? They're going to remake that, port it to the Wii. Maybe not port it, but they're just going to remake it for the Wii.
That would be...
That's kind of cool. Yes.
Yeah.
That's still rumour at this point. This is not confirmed. I will say that. Bethesda bring it. Well, sorry, you going to say some more about that?
Because GoldenEye was pretty much the best title on the N64.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And there is this whole.
It goes back to like you were saying, games that we used to play when we were kids, and games that
going down the whole nostalgia route, which a lot of game companies are doing at the moment.
Absolutely. Bethesda have got some stuff they're showing. We mentioned Fallout New Vegas. Rumour of Elder Scrolls 5.
Ooh.
That's going to get your interest.
Yeah, I loved Oblivion.
Yeah, and Rage. You know the id thing, Rage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's also, that's something that I think it's, no, can it be,
Possibly.
is that the same thing or is it something else? We'll cut this bit out because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That comes under here, Rage. Yeah, PC and PS3. It's got to be. It's not 360. Anyway, it comes under Bethesda anyway. Anyway, fucking yeah, not mention that. You going to say something about Elder Scrolls 5 or?
No.
Okay. Right, let's cut this bit out. Yeah, sorted. So I mean, there are a lot. I mean, a lot of publishers and developers and stuff there. You know, Capcom, they're going to be bringing a Dead Rising 2, which I'm looking forward to, even though the first game was so fucking mentally hard. I just
hopefully they'll be less strict with the time limits on this one. That's the only thing. If it was like more open, I think they should have left it whereas you could go about and do everything, but as long as you get to the helipad on time.
Yeah, I think that was the only time restriction you needed in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, rather than having, you only have so long to get here and here and here, just making those persistent and then that.
It's a fucking pain in the ass, that game. I've tried so many times to go back and play it, and it's like, I really want to get through this game, but then you just get so fed up with it. I love that game, but fuck me, it's difficult.
Yeah.
You can't play it. I think it's kind of broken.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, but that's just me. I know people have played it and finished it and stuff, but from my perspective, it's just like... Anyway, so yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah. Michael Jackson's resurrected. What the fuck was that?
That's...
Put the white glove away.
Or should I say... Yes, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this.
I never would have guessed. I really wouldn't have. So, it takes care of Capcom, really. Let's have a look. We've done EA. Yes.
This sort of bit will be trimmed, I imagine.
Yeah. Okay. Konami got a few games of interest. Metal Gear Rising.
That's the 360 one.
Indeed, it is.
I have to say, played Metal Gear Solid, the first one, on the PS1.
Yeah.
I played Metal Gear 2. I played Metal Gear 3. I want to like them.
Yeah.
I really do.
Right.
But there's just something about me that's not stealthy.
Right, okay.
I don't do stealth. But, you know, a lot of people have been wanting a Metal Gear on the Xbox. And for them, I'm really, really excited. And I think
it is. It's quite a major announcement of last year.
Yeah.
Because the announcement was made at Microsoft's conference last year.
Yeah.
At E3. So it's good to see that in action and what's going on with that. But personally, not too fussed myself. I don't know. I may pick it up and play it. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Depends on what happens at E3. But here's a game that I'm just going to pick out there from Konami that really I'm not that excited about. But I probably will play this because I played the first one. Saw 2.
Ah, yes.
I played the first Saw, and it's not. It's a bit of a surprising game. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but
you expect it to be bad.
I expected it to be a lot worse than it was. It actually was quite good. Like some of the puzzles were quite mad, really. Like it really it challenging. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a sort of game you can just go right. Well, I mean, Saw isn't for everybody. I mean, I don't even really like the movies that much, but first one was great. The rest of them kind of suck a little bit, but I don't know. The game's kind of cool. I kind of thought it was alright. So I'm interested to see what happens with Saw 2. I mean, that's what I'm going to say about that. And that's a confirmed title. Another confirmed title because let's talk about something I know you're going to be interested in. You're smiling at me. Stop it. 3 titles I've got here. All Star Wars related. Lego Star Wars 3, The Force Unleashed 2, and Star Wars The Old Republic.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, let's move on. Can
I just say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lego Star Wars 3. Alright. It's kind of based on the Clone Wars TV series, which I'm not...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they had the Clone Wars sort of Lego things.
Oh, why would they do that?
I don't know, but... The way I see it, I have Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I don't need
That's a
no more.
shitty move, man. That's a shitty move.
I don't need any more.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed 2, I think it's pretty cool. I liked the first one, especially like the story. I mean, it won awards for its story. But
yeah,
the guy died. How's he coming back?
I don't know.
I know. They said he's a clone, and okay, yeah, clones in the universe and everything. But how will the story translate?
This is something we'll find out.
Technically, I imagine it'll probably be better.
Hopefully, yeah. Because I'm sure I think there were
a
few
lot of
issues,
criticism for the first one.
Yeah,
but again, it's one I'll probably pick up because I am a Star Wars nerd.
Right
now, the Old Republic, BioWare game.
Right,
I am BioWare's bitch.
Yeah, so I've heard.
It's my one main problem with it is it's a PC game. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just I don't actually have a PC that will run it.
Yeah, you need to work on that.
Yeah,
I've got to be buying it and bringing it around mine.
Yeah, I will be saving up. I'll be doing that, and I will be getting it at some point. But I've been burned by MMOs before.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that it's worth it. I mean, I have absolutely no doubt it will be good, but I'm just not sure if I want it enough to spend that extra money.
Yeah.
Especially with other MMOs that are coming out that I'm fairly excited about that I don't need to spend any extra money on. To play them.
True.
But trust me, if I had the computer to run it, I would be all over that. I'm pretty much all over that anyway. I think it's amazing what it is.
Okay, well we're getting a little short time, but we'll carry on with some of these other titles. We've done some of the LucasArts stuff. Microsoft, we're going to go straight to them. Crackdown 2, excited about. Love the first one. Want to play the second one. Think that the stuff. I mean, different development team. Obviously, this is made by Ruffian now and not Real Time World.
Yeah,
I think they're doing this thing called APB. That's something else we're going to talk about another time. Crackdown 2, yeah, I've seen some stuff. It looks really good. It looks really fun. Want to play that again. I loved Crackdown. It was a really good game.
Yeah, I loved it as
well. Very underrated.
Yeah, this one is another one I'll be keeping an eye on.
Yeah. Quickly moving on. Fable 3, we know you're excited about it. Just explain why.
I like the first ones.
Okay, so Gears of War 3, excited about that. That's going to be good too.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's
we saw some new screenshots of that today. Oh my god, that looks amazing. That is probably one of the, maybe even the top game that I'm really looking forward to out of this whole list here. Because the thing is, E3 happens, and you just know
E3 happens.
E3 happens, and
that's another T-shirt. Right there. Absolutely.
The internet is just bombarded with trailers and clips and just all sorts of goodness. Stuff that you sit down at your computer and you just watch and you think, fuck me, I want to be playing that now. Do you know what I mean? You get so excited about it, and it's just like, I can't wait. That's what I love about E3, just watching the trailers and the clips and stuff.
The thing that comforts me about Gears of War 3 is we know it's going to be good.
Yeah, you know where you stand.
Yeah.
Because the first two games are fucking amazing. I mean, totally sound like Xbox fanboy again, but fuck it. You know what? It does get some criticism. Some people say they don't like it. Oh, it's.
I bet you if it was multi-platform, everyone would love it.
Exactly. I love Gears of War. I'm not ashamed to admit it. This is one of the few games that I play with my partner, and she's not a massive gamer, but she'll play Gears of War. She'll play She'll play Left 4 Dead. Because we can play them together. You know. Fucking age, you know what I mean? I love Gears of War before, and now I can play it with my partner. That is amazing.
My partner won't play Gears with me because I kill everything.
But you got to share the kills.
I know.
The body count cannot solely be yours. Okay,
but I will have to get her into it before the third one comes out because the 4-player co-op.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Me, and you, and our partners, we could all play together online, and it would be so good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Anyway, move on.
One of our partners would have to play as a dude. So.
Well, that's a whole different conversation of which one of our partners is more manly.
Let's not go there. Right, so Halo Reach, it's Halo Reach.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're a Halo fan, I reckon you're going to fucking love it.
There you go then. That's what it should pretty much say on the box.
Yeah.
Or you should get a free T-shirt with it that says that on it.
drop us a line, drop us some cash, we'll get you a T-shirt.
We'll sort that out. There's going to be, obviously, Microsoft's going to be, with Project Natal or Wave or whatever it's got, the freaking Xbox, the camera thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Motion control camera, right. They're going to be bringing out some of their own titles for it. There's something that I actually meant to mention a while back, right? At last year's E3, I don't know if you remember, I was excited about a game, and it wasn't even a big game. In fact, it was a little game. It was a downloadable game, yeah, a little Xbox Live Arcade title called Joyride, right? Yeah. That's where you could get in a little car with your little avatar and race against everyone else in your avatars, and it was a bit like a Mario Kart type deal.
Yeah.
But sort of like just a fun sort of racing game, yeah.
Yeah.
Really wanted. It was going to be free as well. You're going to be able to download it. It was going to be free, and brilliant. I was well looking forward to it. Right.
Yeah.
About 2-3 months ago, I was like, whatever happened to that free game that I was supposed to get? Where's my free game? I went looking for my free game.
Yeah.
Did I find my free game?
No.
Did I fuck? No, I didn't find my fucking free game, did I? And I was really pissed off about it. And I was like, what's happening with this Joyride game? Joyride, apparently, well, the rumour is that it's actually a Project Natal game, or a Xbox Wave game, right?
Ooh.
How's that going to work? You've got avatars and, yeah.
You can't see this at home, but I am doing a steering wheel motion with my hands.
I guess, yeah, but...
With your own avatar.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, but, like, do we need it to be a Natal game? I mean, obviously, be able to use controller. I mean, there's no reason why they should exclude controllers from this.
No.
But
see, that's what I'm talking about, is controllers versus Natal. Will there be a
major advantage as far as one or the other? Who knows? But and the thing that sucks about it is now they're going to charge for the fucking game.
Oh.
This is still all rumour, and that's rumour, but I mean that's what I've read, and I think that's probably what will happen. Right, what else have we got to talk about? Namco, they've got some games, none of which Enslaved.
Oh, Enslaved.
You want to talk about that?
It is done by the people who did Heavenly Sword, that incredibly short game that you could finish in...
The PS3, one of the launch titles almost, wasn't it?
But it looked nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this is done by the same thing. It's got very sort of similar art direction. It's very pretty, but it's a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah.
This is where I like post-apocalyptic games. This one is different for me because it's colourful. It actually looks really, really pretty. I saw a trailer for it the other day, which I will get you to watch later on, Dan.
Yeah.
But it looks really different. It looks like it's got a good story, nice art direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, there's something to look forward to for you, at least.
Yeah.
I saw some artwork and stuff for it. Looks kind of cool. I haven't seen the trailer for it yet, so you'll have to show me the trailer, and I'll make my mind up from that. But yeah, Namco also. This is a game. This is once again we're going back to the conversation of games we used to play as kids, but then now they're rebooting and making this other thing. Yeah. Splatterhouse.
Oh, fantastic!
I've actually been looking at trailers for this, dude, and it looks fucking stupidly violent and so over the top. But I think I don't know. It's going to be enjoyable. I'm going to love this game. I'm going to love it.
To be quite honest,
I loved playing Splatterhouse, man.
Yeah.
On the fucking Mega Drive.
Yeah.
So good.
I know,
so much fun.
I know. This one I am excited for. I've been seeing some of the trailers and everything.
It looks ridiculous.
We do need more stupidly violent games. It's all gotten so sort of user friendly and kiddie friendly.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, we need some seriously mental fucked up games, and why not now? I mean, I'll say Bulletstorm and this. I mean, those are going to be the two games that'll be like new Mortal Kombat as well. Fucking hell, come on, violence! Yeah, give us some violence, right? So there's that. And the other thing there's obviously loads of rumours, but another one is there's TK will be unveiling a new Bioshock game.
Oh yeah.
Played Bioshock 1, fucking absolutely loved it. I played through it several times now, right?
This is the reason why I think you'd like the first Deus Ex that I'm going to lend you, because
it was based on System Shock.
System Shock, which is the precursor of Bioshock.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I probably will like it, but
no.
I've got Bioshock 2. It's sat there. I haven't played it yet. And I want to play it. I do. I really want to play it, but then it's like having the time and that. So.
Obviously, I haven't played through Bioshock, but
No,
I will do that. I am really, really
Holy shit, man! Bioshock's so good.
But
It's
from
like
what I've
you
seen,
were saying about Force Unleashed having a good story and things like that.
yeah,
The way stories told to you for this game is so good.
that's it. I mean, I've read what a lot of people have said
Seriously,
about the story, and the story itself appeals to me in a big way.
It is
second
so
one-
good, man.
The second one, I was kind of, from what I've heard, not quite as good as.
It is something difficult. I mean, the original Bioshock is going to be really hard to top anyway. I kind of figured that, you know, the second one wasn't going to be as good. But honestly, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I can't really make my own mind up about that yet. I can really only go off what I've heard, which hasn't been much really. I've been very careful not to hear much about it. Nintendo have got a lot showing off. Obviously, 3DS games are going to be there, things like that. There's a new Zelda game for the Wii.
Oh, that I am excited
another
about.
Metroid game for the Wii.
That I'm excited about.
And something you mentioned last week, there's going to be games that utilise the Wii's vitality sensor.
Really? I was kind of joking about that.
Well, it just so happens they've been listening, and you know, yeah, no, totally. They've got some shit in the works for that.
Well, that will be strange and interesting.
That's going to make Nintendo's little press conference a little bit more interesting. There's lots going on that we didn't know about, really.
I mean,
like,
there's the Zelda and the Metroid game. Obviously, that seems to be a recurring theme of childhood.
yeah.
Cut this bit out while I'm thinking of the word.
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia.
Yes.
I played Zelda when I was younger. I've been playing Zelda games all through the N64 years. I got Zelda on the Wii. New Zelda game. I'm going to get it.
I'm sure you will.
Metroid. Love the Metroid games.
I'm sure you'll probably get that as well. Yeah.
Not so much the Prime games, although I am thinking about getting the trilogy on the Wii.
Yeah.
Replay them. But the original Super Metroid on the SNES, oh my god, it's one of my favourite games ever.
Alright,
So,
well, that's good
and
news for you.
This Metroid Other M is done by Team Ninja, who did the Dead or Alive series.
Yeah.
But they're going back, instead of making it the first-person shooter, it's going to be the side-scrolling explorer game, like the original Metroid games. But it'll be a twist. You will play it not on a gamepad, but on the Wiimote held sideways.
Yeah.
And then at points in the game, or whenever you need to, you can point the Wiimote at the screen, and it will go into first-person mode.
Wow, that's something interesting.
And
that's
then
quite new, yeah.
flip back. And I say it's 2D, it's going to be like 2.5D, so obviously there'll be levels to it, but you'll be able to then sort of
we don't
point
need this
the lock
3D
on.
shit.
Yeah.
Fuck 3D, down 3D.
So that is interesting to me. That is one probably end up being a day one purchase for me if it looks good.
Yeah. Okay, well, moving on. Rare are going to be unveiling, as it rumoured to be unveiling, Perfect Dark 2.
Ooh.
So that's interesting. And obviously, they've worked very closely on the Project Natal project.
Yeah. Well, they are
Wave
one
project,
of Microsoft's
yeah.
star
Yeah,
developers,
yeah.
so it stands to reason them and Lionhead will be...
They're going to be unveiling a lot of stuff for Natal, or for Wave. So that'll be interesting.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
exactly.
next
Whatever
week.
it's going to be called. Rockstar Games apparently aren't actually attending, but Max Payne 3 should be being demoed there.
Ooh.
Interesting to see what happens with that.
Well, that's another one we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to get through. We need to get through all this stuff, but it's crazy now because, all right, Ubisoft, they're going to be unveiling Assassin's Creed Brotherhood,
Which is interesting. It's sort of Assassin's Creed 2.5. It's like a sort of a multiplayer version. It's not Assassin's Creed 3, but it'll be leading up to it.
Yeah.
And it'll have I think the way it's been presented is it'll have like a class system, different types of assassins and different ways.
That
to
sounds
accomplish
pretty
missions.
cool.
And if as a co-op thing, all I can imagine is you'll have different types of assassins, and you'll be able to set up assassinations and stuff.
Yeah,
doing it that way.
that sounds pretty sweet.
That does look like.
I could probably do that. Yeah, I could probably play that. I mean, I got Assassin's Creed 2. I haven't played it yet.
No.
So many games I haven't played, but
I can strongly recommend it. I mean, you're like me. You kind of like the first one.
yeah, I played the first one. I actually liked it. I was one of the few people that really was pro Assassin's Creed.
Well, Assassin's Creed 2 for me was a huge step up from that. Assassin's Creed 2 was everything that the first one should have been.
Brilliant. Well, I've only played a tiny bit of it, but I do. Like I've fallen behind on the games big time. But I'm going to mention a few more titles really quickly because we're going to end the show. But like, I Am Alive, which is
Yeah.
What's the tits?
I don't know.
What's her face? What's her face? Fit chick develops games.
Oh,
from
Ubisoft.
did
Jade Raymond.
Yeah, right. Cut that bit out. I know her name. So another game that's Ubisoft are going to be rumoured to be unveiling is I Am Alive, which is Jade Raymond's new game.
Yeah, it is
from Assassin's Creed fame, which we were just talking about. I don't know nothing about this, but I know this project. I know it's called this. I know that's what she's working on.
Yeah.
Don't know much else about it, so it could possibly be at E3. Yeah. So Square Enix, Deus Ex, like you said before,
which I have to say, not so much a Square Enix game. It's an Eidos game, but now Eidos have been purchased by Square Enix. It's just Square Enix publishing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Eidos originally published the old ones.
Which brings me to Kane Lynch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same principle there. Played the first one. It is a game that sucks ass, but I played it. I stuck with it. And there's some stuff in that game I like. There's a lot of stuff I don't like.
Yeah.
But Kane Lynch 2, hopefully, will sort of like that crap out.
Well,
hopefully it'll be a half decent game. Because I'm not, I mean, even if it's half decent, I'll play it. You know, I don't have to. It doesn't have to be amazing, but still. We need to get moving. Sony, right? Sony Computer Entertainment. So much shit.
Yeah.
I don't mean shit, but so much stuff going on. I'll mention some of these to you real quickly. Infamous 2.
Yep.
Right. Interested in it?
Yeah.
Right.
I still need to get the first one. I played the demo of the first one. I loved it. It's one of those ones where I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up." Never got around to doing it. Open world, sort of superhero / be the hero, be the villain.
Yeah.
Lightning powers, all good.
Cool. Apparently there's a Warhawk sequel. That's a rumour, and a new Twisted Metal game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
all I've got to say
Right.
about
Okay.
that.
Cool.
Ooh.
Motorstorm 3.
No.
Yeah. But it's got. You like post-apocalyptic games, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know that it's actually Motorstorm 3's got a post-apocalyptic setting? It's
Really?
got zombies as well, apparently.
That sounds intriguing.
There you go.
Now
it sounds
interested.
interesting. Okay, so you told you zombies always, post-apocalyptic zombies. You throw that in, it's like Fallout 3, but you can race for it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, Gran Turismo 5, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's taken forever, but it's a great looking game. Don't get me wrong. I love racing games, but I don't own a PS3. Can't get excited about it.
No.
As a PS3 owner, are you excited by this?
Well, it's kind of still waiting for it. I think any initial excitement I had for it kind of died out several years ago.
I'm sure it did.
When it was supposed to come out.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay, Killzone 3, that's coming out. That's going to be shown off.
Yeah.
Interesting. Obviously, the 3D stuff they're going to throw in. And I know something that you're going to be liking is Little Big Planet 2.
Yes.
Getting behind that.
Yeah. Love the trailer. Love what they're doing with it, extending it out. It's not just platforms anymore. You can make racing games, sort of puzzly type games, and it's going to open it all up and still keep the content from the first one.
Yeah.
All the levels that everybody else has made, you still
That's
be able
pretty
to
awesome.
access them. They'll be looking even better.
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna end the show in a sec, but there's one last thing that I'm gonna mention that I'm excited about. And it is solely rumor. Really is solely rumor at the moment. A new studio, a new developer, Respawn, who are the guys who used to be Infinity Ward. Apparently they're going to be making an appearance, and there's an untitled game that they'll be showing off. That is solely rumour at the moment, but I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Because anything that's going to be ex-Infinity Ward guys making I think it's going to be incredible. I love the fact that they've gone out on their own, they've started up their own little, development studio, Respawn. So I want them to at least make some kind of announcement, say this is the game that we're making.
Yeah.
Look out for it, sort of thing. That's what I want. But anyway,
It'll be fairly quick, even if it's just a teaser. You want to know that there's.
Yeah.
Can I just mention 2 games that I'm looking forward to?
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
One is from Sega. It's
Yeah.
Vanquish, being developed by Platinum Games. The guy developing it, Shinji Mikami, he made the Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of a sci-fi third-person cover shooter, Russia V thing. That's looking interesting.
Cool.
And the other one I'm looking forward to is The Last Guardian, published by Sony, but being developed by Team Ico, who did obviously Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, which were pieces of art.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be good. This basically, you're a boy, you have a big furry monster, look after it and do things. And obviously there'll be more to it than that, but it's one of those games that you appreciate as more than just a game.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, Last Guardian's mentioned under this press release has been under Sony. Vanquish under Sega isn't mentioned, so maybe that's not showing at E3.
Ooh.
This is just this. We've got our hands on a little bit of a a press release of what stuff's going to be there. We've obviously added to it what stuff is rumoured at the moment, but this is actually not mentioned under Sega, so I don't know whether you'll see that or not.
I did my research. It should be under Sega. Maybe it's not. But
maybe it's not. Or maybe we've just got a really old list or something. Who knows? Yeah. Well, I think we need to wrap things up big time now because this show's running really long. But thanks again for downloading the show, supporting us. Please feel free to go on iTunes and write us a review. That would be amazing. Preferably a nice one would be even more amazing. Please go on the website. Check out our Twitter feed. Friend us on Facebook, things like that.
email us.
Podcast at Games4all podcast. That's the number 4. The website again is www.games4allpodcast.com. It is the number 4, not the word 4. And I think that's pretty much it. I mean, thanks so much. I mean, thanks to everyone who listened to the last show, because we've had. The numbers have actually been a little surprising. I've been pleasantly surprised, and hopefully it's just going to keep spiralling and more people are going to listen to us. So it's good. Right, well, thank you very much for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about then, so we'll be back next week with more E3 goodness.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of gone off topic a little bit there, so we'll kind of end that there. But oh, fuck me. That'll get cut out. Shit.